I started to turn on myself when I was around 8 years old. I had been eating too much and I gained weight. Looking back, it was normal for a child, but for my younger self, it had a devastating effect on my self image. In fact, I remember a time my dad commented on my weight and said, Naiwanan sa kusina, which means he was left in the kitchen in Tagalog, which is my native language. Somehow I believed that it was not okay to be myself.
I thought the way out of it was to be harsh on myself and to berate myself to do the things that I should be doing. Do you remember when you started to turn on yourself?
In this video, I'm going to explain why you may have stopped loving yourself.
When I was a wee little lad, I used to love to go to the toy store. On the weekends, I would go and wake up early so I can go with my dad.
I'd be able to spend time in the toy store. I would just go up and down the aisles and see what kind of toys, gadgets, and gizmos are displayed. The store had everything. They had board games, action figures, skateboards, dolls, toys, cars, sports equipment, everything. The possibilities were endless. If you weren't interested in something else was surely up your alley. There was so much fun, wonder, excitement, and even magic. Back then, I loved to assemble these toys called Zoids. They were basically robots based on animals. I didn't play with them that much, but I would use most of my money on buying these toys. The fun for me was assembling them and figuring out how the pieces came together. But somewhere along the way, responsibilities, homework, things I had to do just piled up. My desire to go to the toy store slowly went away. It was replaced by seemingly more important things. However, this probably did not happen overnight. It happened ever so slowly that the changes were so minuscule that they were barely noticeable. In spans of days, there was almost no change. But in spans of years, the change in the feeling was drastic. It felt like the wonderful feeling slowly grayed out and faded into non-existence.
I think this is the same with how we stop loving ourselves. When we were younger, the love was always there. It was almost like a default state. However, with the increasing demands and pressures of the outside world, it started to change very slowly.
There was homework to do, tests to ace, and parents to please. Especially when we were younger, we had a strong desire for security and accomplishment. Be it through academic achievement or future monetary gain, we wanted to feel these emotions, to feel secure and safe, to feel proud and satisfied. This is because the future felt uncertain. And somehow along the way, you may have thought to yourself that the best course of action was to actually feel the opposite, to feel insecure and unsafe, to feel shame, and to feel unsatisfied. Our minds bargained and negotiated with us. You are lovable and you are enough if you do this. Our mind convinces us that love was something to be earned and not inherent in its nature. From a logical standpoint, it did make sense in a weird roundabout way. This was the metaphorical fire under your butt. If you feel the urgency to get from point A to point B, you would get there faster, right? If you felt hungrier, the harder you would chase and get after that food. If you were not that hungry, it was possible that sloth and laziness would simply not inspire you to take action. And eventually, with enough time and effort, the goals were achieved, be it through material success or academic achievement. It feels great, only for a little bit. It's like drinking water, but the thirst is never satisfied. The things that you wanted are there, but at what cost? Our minds have already been trained over the years. The sense of anxiety and urgency have taken hold. The belief of, if I just do this one thing, then everything will be fine, was a complete lie. We failed to see we were negotiating with the terrorist, our mind. It was able to take our happiness as hostage. So as more time passes by, we double down and think, maybe if I just get this one last thing, I will finally feel at peace. Of course, there's a misguided attempt of proving ourselves right. Well, yep, that's it. If you feel that, good luck with that. Thank you for watching. I'm just kidding. If you resonate with what I said, take a moment and ask yourself, what's the feeling I'm trying to get by reaching all these goals? Second, do you know anyone who has that feeling without having reached that specific goal?
As you've noticed, these questions are meant to be leading. Feelings don't only have to come at the end. They can be felt during the process itself too, with each step along the way. However, you can take this the wrong way as well.
You could simply not have any goals and simply focus on feeling the good emotions. I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying to have goals worth achieving while carrying the desired emotions. It is possible to carry the emotions while achieving your goals. When I did this exercise before, I realized I wanted to feel peace. I thought that getting the standard measures of success was the way to get that peace, be it through cars, house, nice job. But now I realized I could set my aims high while feeling at peace. Sometimes you may want to reignite the love that you have for life with travel. Travel is great if done with intention. However, if you want to learn more about how travel can be unfulfilling, watch this video.